This is atrocious. You should not be getting peaks here, here, here. That's a sign something's broken. Statistically, scientifically, the matchmaker and the rank system currently is actually garbage. We are back for another tricky weather forecast. I didn't do like the one 3 months ago because Prowess matchmaking is a thing. None of this is taking into account Prowess, but I'm going to try and add in the Prowess analysis as we go. Here is our rank distribution as of September 15th. This graph is only taking into account your highest ranked character. No alter here. So your highest ranked character is the only character that is recorded here, which in some ways you could say Prowess won't matter, but I'm going to tell you you're wrong because it will matter. Well, we'll get there. I'm jumping ahead. As of September 15th, 2024, this is our current rank distribution. We will be starting at the bottom. We're seeing across the board, all of the non-losing ranks are decreasing. Now, does that mean there are fewer players who are picking up the game? Maybe, perhaps, but if we look at the general trend here, we'll see there's more red. Red means there's a decrease in that line. There's red all the way until, don't fall over, Tricky, please don't fall over, until here. Bam. No, there. Right there. That's the first part where we see an actual decrease stopping. So like this whole half is decreasing, which could mean a couple of things. Now let's take a look at these numbers a little more closely. The beginner range, right? That's 0.03% a decrease. That's like nothing, less than 1%. If it's less than 1%, I'm gonna say this is like, who cares? There are a lot less fighters, 0.5%. Given what we've been seeing, which is like 0.5% change a lot of the time, maybe 1% change some of the time, it's actually a big change now. So, okay, it's a big change here, a lot less of them. And we're seeing a lot less, a little less, like half of that change, 0.2, 0.3. So like there's a really small change happening here, except for fighter. That's kind of like a bigger chunk. What's really cool is that there are a lot less beginners. A lot less beginners. In all the previous graphs, beginners was a much larger group. So there are a lot fewer people who are just saying, I'm not going to play ranked. Everyone's hopping on ranked. Proud for you. Good for you. You did it. You're playing the game. Assailant, all of these, just 0.2, 0.2, 0.2, 0.1, like 0.5, 0.02. These aren't really changing at all. Frankly, from here to here, these groups are not moving. So if you've been in this rank, like reds and orange, if you've been in there for the past 3 months, I'm gonna say you're hard stuck. And I might need to make some videos to help you because these people are hard stuck. Remember, this is their highest character. These people should be climbing out, but they're not, which I would say Prowess would be the reason for that, but Prowess doesn't really start to mess up the matchmaker until you hit into this area. Then Prowess starts to get really stupid. That's why you see a big drop here. That's what this drop is for. Now, potentially, Prowess starts to mess people up here too, which might be why we're seeing a big drop as well. So basically, here's what happens. This is where the Prowess matchmaker is kind of scuffed, and I think it needs to get fixed. There's actually a real problem here because we shouldn't be seeing such high peaks at this point. I don't think it's because people are just saying, I got to this rank, I'm done, I'm checking out. I don't think that's what's happening at all. I think this is what the Prowess matchmaker is doing to the player base. It's creating this artificial kind of gates. And then once you get past the gate, you no longer get to fight the people who you were fighting before, who were at that certain skill tier that you were able to hang with. So they're like these dead zones, these matchmaking dead zones where you can't get matched with someone who's close to your rank. I don't mean rank distribution. I mean your rank as a player in an objective stance of like, how strong are you? You can't get those players anymore. So you're either going to be stomping pub stomping basically, or you're going to be getting stomped by a much better player than you. It's actually asinine. It's ridiculous. But nicely, we're seeing, so this is why we're seeing a big drop here, I think. This is also why we're seeing a big drop from here to here. That's my explanation. And that is my hypothesis. Because it's not what happened to me, right? When I hit King, I was very excited. I'm still excited about that. I deranked all the way back to Fujin. Now, I will say, from a completely unbiased, non-salt-based, non-emotional place, that this is some bullshit. Okay, this should not be happening. This is actually bullshit. What the fuck are they doing? This is what happened because of this. So we are suffering because these people don't exist. Because these ranks aren't real, they decided to do the dumbest thing possible and say, we're gonna make it so that you can't fight each other if you're like in between ranks. If you're in between colors, you, fuck you, okay? Let's go fuck yourself. That's what the matchmaker does. That's what it says. It says go fuck yourself. And it truly does is at 230. 200 is when it kind of starts, but 230 is when it really says just go off into a corner and die, okay? Just go off and die. Because you're not going to fight people who are about your skill level anymore. You have to fight much better players, or much worse players, and that's what the matchmaker's worked. Like a matchmaker is supposed to match you with players who are close to you, and it just doesn't do that because it won't match you with them because your prowess is too high. That's the issue. They got to recalibrate it. These players here, when they hit Fujin, they derank. They might derank all the way back to here. I know I did when I was going through purple the first time. And then you work your way back through. And these players here are much better than these players here, which is why you don't see them falling down below. That's why there's this huge drop, because they're truly different skills levels. Even if you get knocked down because you hit Fujin for the first time and fell all the way down to this point, you're still much better than these players over here. So you're not gonna stay there much longer. This happens at red to purple. Doesn't really happen here. That's why these are flat. This is looking like kind of curved up. Let me tell you, for those of you who don't know statistics, graphs should not look like this. Rank, skill, distribution tables should not look like this. It's been over 6 months. There's been plenty of time for this to wash out. Part of why I didn't do a video last time. This is atrocious. You should not be getting peaks here, here, here. Those peaks shouldn't be there. That's a sign something's broken. Statistically, scientifically, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the matchmaker and the rank system currently is actually garbage. Because it's not sifting people out. Now this is the only spot where it says makes sense. Because you can't derank beyond this. So if you're not good enough to get up, you're gonna stay here. That's fine, because you can't go below. If you could, then you'd see, just like how you're seeing on this side, how it kind of goes down, choo. See that? That should be happening here too. It should be going down, but it doesn't. If you had these ranks were still not real ranks, but you start losing rank points here, maybe you might see things look different. But yeah, they tried to squish the ranks because you don't really start playing the game until here. And then they said, we're going to use matchmaker prowess system to artificially increase the ranks. So these ranks still exist, but unlike a typical logical, rational rank system where these rank players get to still fight these rank players, the way the current system works is this player, once you get to here, will no longer be able to fight those players ever again. Even if this person deranked all the way to here, they never get to fight. This person never gets to fight them again. And let's go even farther. Here, these players, when this person hits purple for the first time, he's never gonna fight a true person at this rank ever again. Ever again. So now the players that are in red that they're gonna fight against are truly purples that are on their alts. That's who they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight purple skill level players, but they're truly a red rank. And they're gonna get stuck because they're not fighting players who are also red rank like themselves. And that's how they were able to destroy these ranks and throw them away. But they did it in a way where these players are now invisible to you if you're truly a red rank player. These players here will never get matched with you ever again. That's bad for everyone. It's bad for them because they don't get to fight players who are actually good, who are truly good. And it's bad for the players who are trying to get better because they're not going to be able to fight players who are about the same level as them anymore because they've been taken out. What's supposed to happen in a logical, rational rank system is this person who's truly a red rank, they get here, they're not quite stable yet, they get the purple, they get knocked back down. Fine. They should be fighting the same level of opponents in red that they fought to get out of red. But they don't. They fight a whole new tier of player that was invisible to them. This is the part that's broken. It was impossible for that player to have gained any experience against that next tier of player. Impossible. They never would have fought them because of the way prowess matchmaking works. Because of how strict and rigid and confining it is. That's the problem. That's why these tables look this way. The first few weeks, first few months I did this, I was like, okay, we're not gonna ram, I'm not gonna ram them too hard yet. But now we're gonna go hard. Because we felt what happens here. So here's what happens here, okay? So this is way too damn high. This is too high. You know why it's too high? Because we're like, let me show you what's supposed to be. Okay, let me show you. Let's say we start here, right? This, we start actually here. Here's how it should look. That's how it should look. Y'all, the class notice where things are messed up? Did you notice? Did you notice? I've already railed into this, so we know why that's there. I've semi-railed into this by talking about this. This is the real problem. This is the real issue with the rank system. This is unacceptable because there should not be more players here than there are here. There just shouldn't be. I'm going to tell you why there are. Why I think there are. Again, for this, I do not have hard data, but I got a ton of anecdotal data, and I have eyes. Here's what I think is happening. Because I know it's happening. From my story, if you watch me, you've seen it. If you watch some other channels, they've talked about this. Some smaller channels have talked about this for quite a long time, actually. This isn't news to the larger community, but I think more and more players, as we are seeing more people getting here, 0.6. I mean, it's all less than 1%. So we're seeing less than 1% change across all of these ranks, granted. But people are saying there's inflation. There's not inflation. It's actually deflation. So because there are fewer real ranks here, because there's two groups of players in this group. Really, there's one group, two groups here, but the difference here isn't as big. Look, it's kind of flat. This is where the real difference comes in. These players should all be around here. It should look like this. Even the king part should look like this. The spot here to here, is missing. It's missing a bar. It's missing a rank. There's a rank between here and here. Because it's too steep. It shouldn't be this steep. This shouldn't be this steep either. From here to here, way too steep. Something's broken. It's the Prowess matchmaking system is broken. At 230, the players in blue who are 230 are not the same skill as the players at 150 who are going through blue as well. They're a totally different level of player. But if you just look at these tables, they're the same. They're in the same rank. They're not in the same rank. Those 230 plus players, they are the missing rank. Here, that's where they are. That's where they are. They're the missing rank. Another fairly steep drop, and then things start to kind of flatten out, and they look a little more normal. Here, this is all right. These two really should be the same, but from my conversations with much, much stronger players, aka the gods of destruction in my life, who I train with on a regular basis, thank you very much for training with me, they tell me there's a third rank ladder that occurs around here. That's why this looks weird. That's why these are kind of equal. So there's really there are three gates that one goes through. There's another gate around 300 plus. We're going to tell you why this blue is so large. Why this blue is so long and thin. It should be girthier than it is. But it's not. It's lanky. Disgusting. And I hate it. Here's why. If you're in the 200 or 230 prowess, you're in what most people colloquially call rank 2.0. Now, what Where really do ranked 2.0 players go? Where are they on this thing? Where do you see them? Well, if you look at the graph itself, they're here. But where are they really? They're here. They're between here and here. That is where the blue 2.0 players are. Some of them are just below king. And you know where the players fall? They fall to fusion. That's why there's so many fusions. That's why there's way more fusions than you should see. Because there are two groups of fusions. Truly, the second group, the ones who've reached king once before with one character at least, those fusion players are really here. Or you could say, they're here. You hit Tekken King once, you never lose Tekken King. Because the ranked matchmaker is garbage. That's why there's a huge drop here. Because where did these players go? What happened? What happened here? Why do you think there's a huge gap? Why do you think that is? I'm telling you, it's because these players in the second rank system are here. That's where they are. Look at this. Look at this graph. Look at this. Look at the direction of it. Okay? It's a steep drop, and then it kind of asymptotes. You know where that's supposed to be? The tail. The fucking graph. This, if you were to shrink it down to a smaller population and keep the shape, it would be right the fuck here. This is where it's supposed to fucking be, you dumb You stupid That's what's happening. That's where I am. That's where a lot of other players are. It sucks a lot. Okay, it sucks a lot. It sucks so much. And then once in a while, you'll find an actual other blue plank player, and you'll be like, where are these people? Where happened to them? It sucks for everyone involved. I think we spent enough time. Chat, if you have any thoughts to share, please. We have a live audience for this weather report, as always. If you wish to tell me below what your thoughts are about these horrible rank systems, please share your voice. Let them know. Okay, so now we're looking at the rank percentiles once again. Again, these are a little stupid because we have a Prowess Matchmaker, which makes like this part like stupid. Actually stupid. But whatever, we're gonna go over it. Beginners! You're the worst players in the game. Congratulations. Yay! And then we have first Dan, second Dan. Our blues and greens that are not showing up because of my chroma key. Even the yellows look kind of weird. So yellow, you start to show your 80 percentile. The red, the warriors, you're the 75%. So you're like average. So okay, let me tell you. Okay, so the way you think of these percentiles is if you're between like 75% and like 40-ish percent. I think it's 45, maybe it's 35. You're average. It's pretty big range. Average is huge. So if you're like between 80, or is it like around there, you're average. All the way down, all the way up to there. This is the average range-ish. If you had a proper rank system, we don't have that here. This is garbage rank system. So where's the average? Nobody knows. Literally no one knows. No one knows. No one knows. This is so stupid. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. This is the worst system I've ever seen. I've ever had the displeasure of recording a report for is this rank system. The only rank system that's worse than this is Virtual Fire Online's rank system. It's the only one that's worse. It's the only one that's worse than this. So yeah, great. You're blue. You're a top 27%. But you know what? If you're blue and you're 230, what percentile are you? I don't know. This graph can't tell me. That's why this graph is garbage. But here it is. This is my hypothesis as to why we're seeing an increase. You could say people are saying, oh, there's rank inflation. No, there's not rank inflation, you